So you believe then that the afterlife is a continuation of our growth or a new
Oh,
beginning?
absolutely, without doubt. And it's an eternal process. We continue to evolve in the heavenly realm. So it's not the judgment of heaven, and we get thrown into the pits of hell. It doesn't work that way. We continue to evolve in the heavenly realm. I know that for certain.
On Behind the Mic today, we welcome back Stephen Chong, author of The Afterlife, A Journey To. Get ready as we dive deeper into the afterlife for wisdom that will stay with you long after the mic goes silent. Stephen Chong, up next. Stephen Chong, welcome to Behind the Mic. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, Jackie, it's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So, your book touches deeply on the afterlife, but if you could live one more day in your current life, what would you do with that time?
I would live according to the laws of heaven and earth as I know them. And as I mentioned before, things are relative now for me. I'm an 68 very soon. So there is only a limited time and energy to put the message out, which is essential, what I've been gifted to learn. And it's very important.
Okay. And in your journey of writing about the afterlife, did you uncover any truths that completely shifted your perspective on life and death?
Truth. Oh my goodness, that's a good question. The take the knowledge that the love of the Heavenly Father is always there, to me, is the most profound truth. There is never an absence in this life and in the next. That light, that love is always there. So what is absent is our ability to see it. So we have to open up. Uh, Put aside disbelief. In the writing of this book, I learned so many things that I had no knowledge of, and abutted some of the beliefs that I had about life and death. But if I open up that space, it becomes an unknown, and in that unknown enters an inherent dynamic that knowledge can fill us. But if I know things, pardon me, if I think I know things,
Yes.
then that stops that knowledge from coming in. So for me, in the writing process, I had to stem disbelief, or stem my belief, put it that way, and open up that space for whatever to come through.
So you believe then that the afterlife is a continuation of our growth or a new beginning?
Oh, absolutely. Uh, with Without doubt. And the it's an eternal process. And there's no we continue to evolve in the heavenly realm. So it's not the judgment of heaven. It is, and we get thrown into the pits of hell. It doesn't work that way. We continue to evolve in the heavenly realms. I know that for certainty.
So, in your view, do the souls we encounter in this life cross over with us in the next? Or is the afterlife a completely solitary experience?
Oh no, love is the bridge, Jackie. Love, love binds us from one to the other, and where that and it's a bridge that it cannot be broken. If that love is real, if you have love for someone or something or whatever it might be, that love is eternal. So my understanding is that with that bridge, when we pass, we will meet that loving kin or soul. It might be family, but it might be some a guardian angel or something. But love is the absolute bridge.
So, many people fear death for many reasons, but your book proposes a different viewpoint. If the afterlife is truly a place of peace, what does that mean for those of us who still struggle with life's challenges?
I think, Jackie, it comes back to what we were talking about before. There's never an absence of love, and that suffering is, it seems a bit glib to say, but is a doorway in amidst of the suffering is the love and the wisdom. And we're never given anything beyond our capacity to overcome. Never. I mean, God and God's hand is the Father's hand is always there, so we can call upon. Say, oh my goodness, I need help. How do I do this? What do I do? And every time we ask a question of that, like that, the answer will come every time, without fail. What we
So how does
have
it,
to.
does it come through an inner feeling, an inner voice?
You know what, Jackie, I love to do?
Right.
I love to do the ironing. Now, this sounds really weird because I'm weird, but when 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 I do the ironing, I'm you're in that zone. Think,
Yes.
think,
Yeah.
think. So the mind shuts down,
Mhm.
and so when the monkey mind stops, is when that inspiration can come forth. It's when we sleep, the monkey mind stops, the inspirations come. Same principle. So when we do those, it's like a non-doing state. So you're doing nothing.
Yes.
Ooh,
Great.
ooh, got it. It's when the mind's babble, then the inspiration can't come in.
So maybe people should do some more ironing. It is therapeutic for some, just like washing dishes.
Perhaps so. There's got to be other ways, mind you.
So you write about experiences with near-death encounters. Can you share an unforgettable moment or message from someone who was in that space between life and death?
The one that comes to mind is the soul who gifted me this story. Now you've read that his name was Athar, and again I've been asked whether he was how to put it alive. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I don't know, really don't know. But by way of background for your listeners, he in his life he was abused as a child under the auspices of the clergy. And later on in his life, he took his own life. And where I found him where he was when I started to hear what he told me
Yeah.
was that he was in this purgatorial state. He was stuck by virtue of the grief and the shame and the anger that he felt. He was stuck in. He couldn't get out of this purgatorial state, and it took forgiveness of himself and forgiveness of others that released him from this mm, purgatorial state, and thereby we say we together because I was seeing through his eyes. We went on this journey into the heavenly realms, but it was forgiveness that was the key. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. That was the key to releasing him to these higher levels.
So do you think it's important to pray for others on the other side, to pray for the other souls there?
Oh, it is absolutely paramount. And I think of a very dear friend of mine who has much more spiritual wisdom than I, and she's told me many times about she sees and hears the spirit, and sometimes she gets called and just to sit in prayer, and it unlocks souls, plural souls, that are stuck in some place that they would rather not be. So that prayer, oh, absolutely. To me, prayer is a sign of the love that you hold for another. You know, you pray for another. It's a bridge of love.
Yes, true. And so my other question is, do you believe our loved ones in the afterlife are aware of the choices we make in our lives? And could they be guiding us in subtle ways?
Oh, again, I come back to yes, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Um, but like I say, love is that bridge, and, uh, and to know that it's not absent. So if we want the questions like that are so profound, that's a question to ask before going down to bed at night time, because the answer will come in that unconscious state. But I'm certain of it. I'm certain that again, in my case with my mother, if there I have a dilemma, I will call upon it just like that. Oh, what do I do?
Yes. I think we
That,
all do, to our family members on the other side.
yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So, how would you answer those who argue that the afterlife is just a comforting myth to ease the fear of death rather than an actual reality?
Okay, I'm not a gambler. I prefer to, you know, have had enough beautiful experiences, particularly the writing of this book, to know that it is very, very real. Um, but yeah, but even for those that do not have the same beliefs, um, like my friend we were talking about before, he thinks we just all go to dust. That's okay because I know the actions that he's taken in life. He's a beautiful man. He's a lovely man. He's done some great things. So that of itself is a price of admission to the heavenly realms, irrespective of how one believes.
Okay.
It's our actions and intent in life that determine where we go in the heavenly realms. So
Yes.
with the best of intentions and good actions, then we can rest pretty secure in a nice eternal place.
Yes. I think what's key there, what's really important, what you said, it's our intentions. If our intentions are good, that's what matters.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I think that, yes, I know that's correct, Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I intend to hurt you, then you don't bear the consequences of that imposition, that sin. Me, on the other hand, would face the mirror and recognize that I've done some bad things to you.
Yes. This is my final question, Stephen. If we could communicate with the afterlife, what is the most important question you would think, most important question you think we should ask those who have passed?
Ah, now again, that of itself is a great question. It's not what we would ask, it's how we ask. Now, let me make sense of that.
Yeah.
There are two types of questions we can ask of the universe. And remember, all questions get answered. All questions get answered by the universal spirit. But we have to ask the right questions. So if there are two types, a destructive question and a constructive question. A destructive question begins with a why. Why do I always make mistakes? Why am I so dumb? Why can't I get this right? And the universe comes back and says, why can't you?
Yeah.
But if I ask a constructive question, how do I fix this problem? What do I do about such and such? Where do I go for? The very nature of those questions elicit a response from the universal realm. So what do I do about the problem? And I'll make this question up, Jackie. What do I do about the problem with my child?
Yeah.
Hmm? Uh, and then go and do the ironing, turn off the monkey mind.
Right.
Uh, and like the inspiration will come at some stage when we awaken or in the middle of the night or after when we're doing the ironing or whatever. You go, oh, got it, got it. Now I'm off. Now I can do.
Yes.
That's I know how that's how it works.
Okay. That's I was thinking about what you were saying about the ironing again. Um, but what came to mind too, prayer is talking to God and meditation is listening to God.
That's it. That's it. Yes. They're quite ask prayer. Link in the prayer we link to love. We put the loving kin to heart or the person, whatever, hold them there, and then oh, what do we do? How do I fix? Where do I go?
Yeah.
Then listen. uh,
It
Then
really
do the ironing.
Yeah. Then do the ironing, yes. And some dishes if you like. So Stephen Chong, first of all, thank you very much for being here. And thank you very much for writing this inspiring book, The Afterlife, A Journey to. It was a wonderful read. Thank you so much for being on Behind the Mic.
Thank you, Jackie. An absolute pleasure to be with you.
Thank
All
you.
the best to you.
Thank you so much, and you as well. Thank you for joining me for this powerful exchange with Stephen Chung. May his words echo in your journey, inspiring you to live boldly and purposefully. Stay curious, keep creating, and keep thriving. I'm Jackie Denise.